Every once in a while.
Every once in a while. It's very specific. It's like, are you 110% sure you want to make these changes? Or do you want to leave it ruined?
Exactly. Yeah, it's great. It's always what you want.
Oop, did it go?
Yes.
Okay, good. Alright, I guess I didn't... I thought I changed the monetization, but it's off. So we're not going to get our 12 cents.
That's fine.
Whatever.
I mean, I can change it right now.
Okay, good. I thought I did it because I physically said it and did it, but I guess I didn't do it.
Obviously, you didn't do it.
Obviously not.
I can change everything during the
Woo!
stream.
You should change the name to PewDiePie Markiplier collaboration
Nailed. Hey, I already did.
2020
Nailed it.
Corona Avengers Endgame. That's the new title. Lucky Bat, ooh, ooh, Cosmic Spud, hey! Not only is he a spud, he's a cosmic spud. Lucky Bat, I made popcorn with, frankly, an offensive amount of salt. Yeah, well, this isn't the YouTube channel for salt. There's a couple of them out there. I'm sure we'll talk about them on the Patreon-only stream.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Boop, 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 boop. But you know what this stream gets?
Hmm.
Yeah. I have so many empty A&W zero sugar root beers near me. I can make a fort.
Amazing. A Fortnite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a Fortnite channel now.
Good. Yeah. What a world.
Speaking of Fortnite, I need to get my water because my palate's drying up.
And we all know what he means by water. All right, we're gonna be trying out some stuff tonight. And the old kill team.
Okay.
Okay.
One weird thing I've noticed about video games is it seems like you can't copyright game mechanics.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, usually a game will show up, it'll get really popular, and then, like, 3 other games will just straight rip it off and just change, like, the graphics. Because I want to say Fortnite is just another game called Player Unknown Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that Fortnite is better. Like, it is a better game, but it's the same exact game.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another game based on Jason from the Friday the 13th movies. And then there was just another game that's identical.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be pissed. You work so hard in a game and then all of a sudden there's just another one.
That's better.
It's just... Well, why wouldn't it be better? Like, if we could make Avengers again, but just make it identical but with a couple of tweaks, why wouldn't it be better?
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be.
Well, no, it wouldn't be if we made it. But if someone else, I guess Disney is a bad example. Moneteer, Joe Draco's belching judication has begun. Judication, Joe Draco's. Are you a judiciar from the Space Marines?
Mm.
Moneteer, sup. Christopher Perry, sup. Nuzzles, question about the ETB.
Easy to build.
Easy to build Cadian Challenge. Is this the entire 5-man box or single model? That is a good question. Single model, yeah. Single model. Do your bestest.
Although, I mean, you have 5 chances.
Yeah, you can paint as many as you want. You could paint 100 Cadians. But yeah, just show off one.
Mm-hmm.
Moment here, I am procrastinating gym time.
Like Pokemon?
You gotta catch them all.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get yourself a Pikachu. You gotta get yourself a Bulbasaur. You gotta get yourself a Mewtwo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the Pokemon I know.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Prussian Blue. Hey, yo. Jonathan DuBois. What's up, fellas? Gaming Canary YT. Hello. Why are you making us buy new models? I mean, it's your choice if you want to join in or not. Mm-hmm. We've just made a challenge. Mm-hmm. Our goal, I mean, we wanted to keep it cheap because Games Workshop does make a Cadian 5-man $15 box, although it's out of stock, in the world. I don't know what we can do in the future. Like maybe if we find a weird, maybe if we find a model from some random little company that's really cheap.
Yeah.
The only problem with those little companies sometimes is some people can't get them or the shipping is ridiculous.
Right. There is, this was just the first one where we can also do more open challenges later.
That's true.
Paint an infantry of your choice.
Yeah.
This is the rules about it. But this is what we want to do to start.
Yeah. 10-day Fortnite challenge. Probably what the next one's going to be.
Jeez, I don't know. Are you playing Fortnite? You're so into it today. You watch some Fortnite videos?
Mm-hmm. Can you play Fortnite on a phone?
I don't know.
Because I'm sure my computer can't play it.
You might be able to. I don't know.
I don't really want. I'd rather play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Because that was my jam until one day my computer could no longer run it because Mac.
Mm-hmm. Prussian Blue suggestion: the Games Workshop free models. That's kind of a great. That's kind of a great idea.
That is a great idea. Although those are actually kind of tricky to get a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't live near a Games Workshop store, you can't make it on the day or they run out.
Mm-hmm. Like maybe we'd have to do a poll. We have to see how many people live. Near a Games Workshop. It's kind of a fun idea.
Gaming Canary YT. Mac is better than PC? Maybe, probably. I feel like they both got their ups and downs.
Mm-hmm. Joe Dracos, about the easy to build challenge. Only one makes me a lot less worried about sacrificing Acadian that I plan on using elsewhere.
You could always repaint it.
Yep, that's
or just have one weird looking Cadian.
That's true. I mean, I have some green orcs in my army. It just happens.
Whoa, 77. I'm confused. Why play Fortnite? I don't remember why we're talking about Fortnite.
I don't either.
Joe Dracos, with the decision to make the Easy to Build Challenge 1 model, you save a random Cadian from becoming Carnifex poop. Treasure Hoard Hobbies. I thought Modern Warfare 2 was actually pretty fun, Knife Pro. No, Modern Warfare 2 was the best one. Every single gun in that game was OP. It was great.
Prussian Blue. Also, for the Easy to Build Challenge, is the 6-color limit bottles of paint or actual colors? So would blending the black and white for gray count as one color in the limit?
I think you just have 8 paints in front of you. You have a black and white and 6 colors. 6 paints.
6 paints. So
and then everything else is up to you. So technically, every single color is available to you.
Exactly. It's just how you choose to use them.
Yeah.
Gaming Canary. At EonsOfBattle, what are the prizes? I need to consider the risks. Well, we're planning on doing whoever wins totally. We're gonna ship them one of the Cobalt Keep cases, and we'll build like a little plaque that goes inside of it. So you'll get that for your model.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna add a new role, which is the winner circle role,
Mm-hmm.
and really it's just clout.
Yeah.
And I think we may do like an open vote for everyone, so everyone can vote, and maybe that's how the winner's circle's determined, and then we'll pick whoever wins
The prize.
And,
Yeah, and
and as we
to make the prize a little bit more valuable, when we ship the cobalt case to you, we'll both spit in the box.
yeah, we'll give a couple of loogies in there. And then, and this is the first challenge, and maybe there'll be some more prizes later on.
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Canopede, thoughts on the most recent Modern Warfare? Not Cold War, but the good one. The last Modern Warfare for me was Call of Duty 2. It was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from 11 years ago. That was the last new one for me. And I didn't even have it back then. I played it at a friend's house. Later, I bought it for my computer for like $4 on Steam.
Takamuto. Jay could burp into a baggie and then steal it.
Yeah. Treasure Heart Howies. I felt that burp through the computer screen. Congrats, Jay. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for.
Gaming Canary. At EonsOfBattle large case, the small one, the single model one.
Yeah, for your guardsmen.
For your guardsmen.
We're basically building you the trophy, and then you put your award-winning model into the trophy.
In the trophy. Flimbo to dude. Nick and Jay spit prizes. Rush to enter competition.
Flimbo the dude. Nick and Jay spit prize. Rushes to enter competition. Wait, Prussian Blue. Jay, have y'all done a video on OSL or no? Also, just burp into a case before mailing it. Way back, we did a video on OSL with the airbrush. I do definitely think I'm thinking about doing another OSL video. I'm not amazing at OSL, so I'll have to practice a little. But there's definitely, because I feel like, if you do it with the airbrush, it's fine, whatever. You just blast a little area with color, and then maybe with a lighter color of that color. Doing it with a brush is harder. Probably more what people are going to need to do. But now that I have those Legion models, and a bunch of them have lightsabers, I think that might be a really good way to do it.
Canopede. The spit goes perfectly with my gamer girl bathwater.
Yeah.
Perfect. The big nut. Can I make my guardsman solid gold so I can cosplay a Custodes?
Yeah, there's
good.
one color. And if you're thinking to yourself, does this count as a color? It does.
Yep.
Does glitter count as a color? Yes.
Yes. Does a Grelin Earth count as a color?
Yes.
Yep.
Does Nuln Oil count as a color? Yes.
We already have a bunch of questions on kit bashing. I think no. That's not really the challenge.
Yeah, I think it's all about the painting. And we're all painting the same model so that we all get to see the same model painted differently. And if you kit bash, it's really not. It becomes a different model.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day we'll have a kit bashing project.
Mm-hmm.
But for this one,
That'd be
nah.
really fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, if a lot of people join, we literally could have 5 chances with the same Canadian.
Yeah.
One's a paint 'em up, one's a still paints 'em up and base 'em up, but about kit bashing, it'd be fun.
We got Arcadians today, and that Arcadian kit's getting pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
Thrastus, does the drywall spackle we use on the base count as 2 colors since it changes as it dries? I think the base is its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Nick, do you think, do they have to use one of their 8 colors? Can they only paint their base with the 8 colors?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, you can do it. You can base it how you want, but you gotta paint it with your colors.
Mm-hmm. And drywall spackle isn't a paint; it's drywall spackle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to cheat, I guess, and have white or pink to white or whatever it looks like.
The big nut. We need to do pure Cadian contest. We send them to Jay so he can get a 2,000 point army of all Arcadians.
That would be pretty great.
That would be.
Everyone sends an Acadian, and then we do live battle reports with them.
And everyone that dies, we like call out the person who sent it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Gaming Canary YT just died.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Tekamoto.
Exactly.
Dark Avenger 3510. So I went to the bad local game store near me, and guess what? They cleaned house, and it is 1,000 times better now. A whole room devoted to Star Wars Legion and Warhammer. Wow. Oh my gosh. Every time I go to my friendly local game store and I see that wall of Legion, it's hard. It's hard not to be like, I could buy a lot of this. Mm-hmm. That'd be a fine thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I should focus on Malifaux. I'm so close. I basically, I'm one model away from having a full team, and then I need to get another team so that we can play it. I think that other team just needs to get built, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, eventually paint it. I'm not going to have unpainted models, but.
Mm-hmm. Thrastus. Regarding bases, do we need to use the 25mm base Cadians come with, or will larger scenic bases be fine?
I think you got to use the base it comes with.
Does it still come with a 25?
Yeah, it does. Cadians are still on 25s. And they're not changing that mold. I mean, that's the easy to builds come with a slotted base.
Mm-hmm.
Canopied. My local game store has the Legion right by the cash register. Is that their like hot ticket item? It's like by the lighters and scratchers at a convenience store. That's where they got the Legion. Prussian blue. Tikamuto would just come back as a poxwalker. Canopied. It's so tempting. Dark Avenger 310. My car's still here when you least expect it. Clearly, you're still expecting it.
You're still expecting.
The day you don't bring up your car is the day it's gone.
Yep.
You know, I've been watching Breaking Bad. I've been taking notes. I know how to steal a car.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the same crime, right? Cooking meth and stealing cars.
Prussian blue. It's going. Do we use the 25mm base and Okay, let me read it again. Do we use the 25mm base, and can we cut off the tabs and use a non-slotted base for basing purposes?
Yeah, because I'm sure some people are just going to use regular Cadians. So yeah, as long as it's on a Cadian size 25mm base.
Mm-hmm.
Gazgul Thraka, oi lads, looking.
Oh my goodness.
Game Canary YT. Sorry to say that you can only fit 180 Cadians in one list without including some other stuff. It's only 900 points.
Damn.
Samick 19 Cheese. I've only seen Legion in one of my local game stores, and it's a small shelf. Oh, well, maybe it'll catch on. I hope Legion gets huge and bigger than 40k. I like 40k a lot, but
I become the Legion channel.
Yeah.
And then we get millions of subscribers.
Yeah, and Fantasy Flight Games reaches out to us, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we love you so much. Can we send you the entire catalog? Would that be okay?"
And then the whole company, and then the company makes out with us.
Yeah.
Like the building does.
Yeah.
It's pretty awkward, but perfect. Power Surge, how many Cadians? Uno. That's one.
Mm-hmm. That's one in French.
Yeah. JPC, evening dentist fans.
Canopy.
Assistant.
If you break one law, you might as well do them all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you shoplift, you might as well do Grand Theft Auto. Homicide. Jaywalking. At that, I'm so bad at that, they actually named it after me.
Mm-hmm.
Is that actually a crime? What is jaywalking? Surely you can walk in the street.
I mean, I think it's a crime because they don't want you to be hit by a car.
Yeah. A little lame.
So they want to discourage you for killing yourself. Possibly.
In my libertarian paradise, you can jaywalk. It's not a good idea, but you can do it.
People do it all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Hell, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah! You're live streaming from in traffic.
Beep, 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 beep.
Joe Draco's Legion has too many limitations. Joe Draco, what do you mean? I've never played Legion, but I own a lot of it. What am I gonna run into? Dark Vendor 3510. Jay, so I was in science class today, and my teacher put on a documentary about weed and Bigfoot murder. She made a joke about us taking a trip to a weed farm in North Carolina. It sounds like you're at the wrong school. Like you should get a different school. Thrastiff. My local game store has a Legion Armada section that is as big as the 40k Age of Sigmar shelves. Even see a couple of games being played in this COVID-filled world. Good. I love X-Wing. Although you didn't mention X-Wing, you mentioned Legion and Armada, which is interesting. Armada is like X-Wing but expensive. I loved X-Wing. Although I'm a little sad. I don't hear much about it now that it's gone into Series 2, like second edition. I don't hear much about it, which makes me think that maybe it's not doing so hot.
I don't know.
I get because it did get rid of. I think it axed every card in the game, which I mean makes sense going into another edition, but it does kind of suck. I have a binder full of cards that technically don't work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I get why it needed a second edition. I mean, it was quite a few years old. Nobody was playing with like original X-Wings and original TIE fighters anymore because the new stuff was all hot and better.
And bothered.
Yeah. Joe Draco's only so many armies. Well, yeah, 4. But like, if you like Star Wars, you like those armies.
Mm-hmm. I mean, should there be 20?
You can play as the Jawas. You can play as the guns.
Mm-hmm. Because I guess it is limiting, but there's games that have a lot of armies that there's a lot of problems with that.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like the more you add, the more bloat, the more things start to fall apart.
Hashtag Games Workshop.
I do not understand. Can you what do you mean by that?
I don't know. Let's just say that maybe a lot of the armies don't get updates.
Because there's 25.
Yeah, and they seem to be rather busy with just one.
Yeah, Eldar.
Yeah, exactly.
Goddamn space elves getting everything.
Mm-hmm.
Poor little space marines can't get nothing. Sanic 19 Cheese. I have a good amount of X-Wing models from years ago, including 2 large ships, the Tantive 5 and the Rebel Transport. I wasn't even aware there was a second edition. I haven't played in years. Yeah, I played super hard for like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when my friends were playing X-Wing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what makes a game, is just you and your friends hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one's like, oh, you know what's the best game in the world? War Machine and Hordes. If you just play War Machine and Hordes, you're going to have a good time. Like, no, it's all about who you're playing with, if you're having fun or not. Do you like these people?
Mm-hmm. Are you arguing with them?
Yeah.
But it's fun. Making fun of each other.
The Big Nut. Did he say guns? No, yeah, it's Goongas. Sorry, I misspoke. Thrastive. But does Legion have Gene Stealer cults? I don't believe they do.
Mm.
Flimbo the Dude. Every time I see the Boba Fett Slave 1 for X-Wing, I feel so tempted, but $60 is a bit much. Is it $60 now? I feel like it was $40 like 5 years ago. So maybe $60 is about right now.
Interesting.
I don't know though. I feel like buying X-Wing ships is a little bit more worth it, just because games take about 10 to 15 minutes. So you might play with that thing a dozen times a night.
Mm-hmm.
Versus, once if you're playing 40k.
Mm-hmm.
And the 40k kit cost 80.
Mm-hmm. And it's always one of those things where the newest model that you paint, you bring, is the one that dies first.
Yes, it always.
Your friends always target that first. Which is very funny.
Joe Draco's variety is literally why games that have continued for decades have continued for decades. Yeah, but 4 armies and hundreds of different units. Not yet, but the Star Wars universe is pretty vast. There's going to be lots and lots of units.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's enough variety. Keep it running.
And there's kind of when did it start? Like when did the game
a couple
come
years
out?
ago.
Yeah, it doesn't have time to. It's not a matured game yet.
Are orcs really more exciting than battle droids?
I'm sure to some people.
Yeah.
I'm sure to Joe Dracos.
The Big Nut. Honestly, for Legion, I only see 3 more armies coming. Mandalorian, Sith, and Jedi. For SWTOR. Star Wars, the Old Republic? I don't think they should bring Old Republic. Number one, I never played that video game, so I don't care. That's why. Really, that's really why I don't think they should bring it in. But also, it's a different era of Star Wars. It's a long, long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Mm.
Not a long time ago in a galaxy far away.
Mm.
James Delazari, like playing an Escalation League. Who cares about winning but it's fun to all go in together on new armies. Yeah, escalation leagues sound amazing. Those were the actual those are the battle reports I actually watched from Mini Wargaming when they used to do their escalation leagues. And it'd usually be like two people who work there and one rando from Canada just playing games together, and they would like roll to see what model gets added to their armies.
Oh, that's fun.
That would look like a lot of fun. Especially since Mini Wargaming was buying.
Yeah, exactly. It's their treat.
Yeah. Jay and or also Nick, have you two ever played Root? Never heard of it.
Nope.
I like root vegetables like potatoes and carrots.
You like root beer?
I love root beer.
Mm-hmm.
Sanic 19 Cheese, can you build Jar Jar and Legion? And if that's the case, I'll buy the whole stock. Oh my gosh. If they drop a Jar Jar model, I'm going to have that on pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
TK City Prince. Here you go, Jay. This is the Green Cross Code Man, i.e. Darth Vader? Green Cross Code Man, i.e. Darth Vader? Now you know why they used another actor for the voice. Well, I mean, they used James Earl Jones because he had a cool voice that matched the look. I clicked on it and it says something went wrong. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. Wait, I tried it again.
I don't know.
It might be wrong on my end. It's something about YouTube creators.
Could be. I'm gonna say it isn't though.
Yeah. Power Surge. I like orcs way more. Well, you're wrong. I mean, it's kind of close. I love 40k orcs, but the battle droids are so awesome. Everyone's saying orcs are more exciting than droids. How? They're robots.
They don't appreciate the robots.
The big nut. Yeah, there's plenty of units and variety. It just sucks that they release a new model every 6 months. Yeah, because everyone adores Games Workshop, and they release models every week, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone, Games Workshop is universally adored. No one has something bad to say about Games Workshop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can't make everyone happy.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Beat Day 009. My only problem with Legion is that me and my friends both want to play the Empire. We'll both play the Empire, and one of you can be Thrawn, and the other one can be the Emperor, and you can have a civil war.
There you go.
General Sherman 1. Is it accurate to say that Star Wars is better before the sequels? No, the sequels are great. Jesse Nicoletti. The hex mark reminds me of the destroyer droids. I can see it. The droid decas. Those racist Japanese aliens. That's what they called them. Mm-hmm. Where are those droid decas? That wasn't racist. That's how they sounded.
Mm. I think it was a little racist.
Antonio Manuel Lopez Camacho. Old Republic would be cool, at least as an animated series. Oh yeah, I could totally. That'd be sweet. Joey Flores. Old Republic would allow for so much customization, and if you're into Star Wars lore, the Old Republic can allow for some rather amazing models. Most of my Old Republic knowledge comes from the Lego sets that they came out with in like 2016. Because I didn't play the video game.
Well, whose fault is that?
I know, right? James Delazari. Without Jar Jar, we would never have legally had the Empire. That is true. He calls for the vote of no confidence for Chancellor Valorum. No. Padme calls for the vote of no confidence. Jar Jar calls for immediate emergency powers to the Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. So really, it is all Jar Jar's fault.
God damn Jar Jar.
Joe Drickers, Imperial Civil War. That Civil War is not canon. Nothing is canon, and everything is canon. It's all fine.
That sounds really wishy-washy.
TK Series Prince. David Prowse was the actor of Darth Vader, and in the UK he was a bodybuilder, but he also did a load of safety adverts showing children how to cross the road, and he is known as... okay. Yeah, I know. I mean, I knew it was two different people. Is David Prowse the guy who plays him at the end of Return of the Jedi when he takes the helmet off? Is he eyebrows guy?
Eyebrows guy.
Actually, he had no eyebrows originally, and then they gave him big old eyebrows. Because good old George Lucas had to do things. The big nut for me.
He needs eyebrows.
The big nut for me. Where'd it go?
I hate when that happens.
I know. What? Why is it gone? Or was it so far back? Okay, whatever. You didn't like the sequels. I like the sequels. I think they're great. Also, I don't get the hate of the sequels. We all survived the prequels. Mm-hmm. How did we all survive the prequels and now are complaining that Star Wars isn't great?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we all made it through the desert alive. What could hurt us now? The rest of Jay likes the sequels. Unsubscribed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously.
Joe Draco's Jay likes the stream. First stream. Or Jay likes the sequels. First stream. Yeah, I've been singing this tune for a long ass time.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag Jay is also wrong.
Dr. Jokel. Jay means to say that the prequels are great, not the sequels are great. I believe he's been drinking, so please forgive him. So this boggles my mind. If someone says that the sequels suck and the prequels suck, I completely respect that. Mm-hmm. But if someone's like the prequels are great, the sequels suck, I have no earthly idea where you're coming from.
Mm.
Prussian Blue. Jar Jar is a Sith, I tell ya. I love the Jar Jar Sith theory. I don't put a ton of stock behind it. If you're going with an in-universe reason, I don't understand why the Sith Jar Jar would take part in the battle for Auto Gunga when all the Gungans fought the droids at the end of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. If you want a behind-the-scenes reason, obviously Jar Jar is not meant to be the ultimate evil.
Mm-hmm.
You see him for a half of a second in Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Joe Jacobs never said the prequels were good. There you go.
Whoa, 77. I think the sequels were meh. Or I think the prequels were meh. The sequels were celestial feces. See, I think that's something these the internet peeps do now. These days it's called hyperbole. So celestial feces. What I take that to translate to is didn't like it much.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's fine, but I don't know. I think they're pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot to enjoy. There's a lot of space adventure to enjoy.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Space adventure? I don't get it.
Prussian Blue. The sequels had the Holdo maneuver. The prequels had at most had the Anakin fighter pilot scene. I mean, I like every Star Wars movie. I really do. But I get that they're not like the greatest movies ever made. I mean, they're pretty impressive on a technical level.
I mean, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I'm so triggered and offended now.
Mm-hmm. Like, Star Wars movies are kind of Star Wars movies. They exist in their own category, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. All
of them. Empire is probably the one where most humans would like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I know plenty of folks who, are become grown-ass adults, and then they go back to check out the Star Wars thing, and they're like, it's whatever. Because there's so much good stuff now. Like, if somebody grows up and they watch Westworld, they watch, like, cool, really, like, modern, cool, good stuff, and then they go back and watch Star Wars 77, I feel like they're probably going to be let down a little. They're going to be like, this was the thing?
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, we've moved past it.
Yeah. Guilty O'Neill. Don't like the prequels or sequels, but I did like the episode where the Millennium Falcon was overrun with tribbles. I love that episode. That's a Star Trek thing. Just for anyone in the chat or Nick who might not know what a tribble is.
Hey, that's me. I'm both of those things. Dr. Drokel. Okay, the prequels aren't great per se, but they had a plan. They were coherent, and they told the story they needed to tell. The sequels after 7 had no plan, were incoherent, and a messy story.
I need to rewatch 9 a few more times. I've seen 7 and 8 a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know though if I agree that the prequels had a coherent story, because you don't have to watch The Phantom Menace. Everything that happens in The Phantom Menace is explained on the elevator ride in the first few minutes of Attack of the Clones. And then at all the work, the sequels actually fall into the same problem. The same thing that the prequels... The sequels had the same problem, I think, that the prequels had, where they made the third movie do all the work. Like, almost no work was done in Attack of the Clones and The Phantom Menace. And so at the end of episode 3, all of the characters just go to their places for the start of Star Wars A New Hope. Without saying a word, with no explanation, Obi-Wan's just like, I guess I'll go to Tatooine because that's where my character is next seen. And Yoda's like, I will go to the Dagobah system because that's where the people know I'm from. It's ridiculous. They're just all of a sudden on the Tantive 5. So I guess Bail Organa and Leia are just flying around on the same spaceship for 19 years. Darth Vader built C-3PO? That's the dumbest thing in the world. But I like them. Because it's Star Wars. Lucky Bat. I like Rogue One, but I love my bootleg Rogue One shower curtain. Joe Draco's. Don't get me wrong, I love the originals. I grew up with them. The books added so much, and the sequels not only threw that established and cherished canon in the trash, but pooped on them. I think the number of people who really cherished the books is pretty small, actually. I don't think most people cared. I read one of them. It's fine. I don't.
Also, think about all the kids that are watching the new ones, and that they're gonna cherish the new movies.
I mean, like, when I went to C2E2, it's a convention in Chicago in 2016, and there was Rey and Kylo Ren costumes for days. It was so cool. It was like every other person was someone from the new movies. Jesse Nicoletti. Jay, did you get to the TNG Tribble episode? I must not have. I'm at season 6, and we haven't seen a Tribble yet. TK Surgery Prince. So they don't know what a tribble is. They're in the wrong channel.
I don't know what a tribble is.
In Star Trek. It's a little ball of fake fur that's considered a creature. Joey Flyers. I like it when the Guns fought the Cylons at Stargate. Derek Johnson, The Last Jedi is great. Yeah! Power Surge. Super hot take. A New Hope is boring AF.
I love Power Surge.
Mm-hmm.
Power Surge. Episode 1 of the prequels was better than New Hope. Sorry. We should start a channel called Jay is Also Wrong.
Yeah, we should.
That would be hilarious. And you just give your opinions.
That struggle. Also, how could they not bring Phasma back in episode 9? They should have just made it a recurring joke, her dying. They should have. Honestly, Phasma should not have come back for 8. I mean, really, Phasma was a product of marketing. Like, they needed a stormtrooper to be the commander, and so they made it a cool-looking trooper, and then they got a really hot actor to play that character, and then they're just kind of there in the movie. Like, you know, she serves a purpose, and, you know, she gets her comeuppance, and she has her setup and payoff, but she wasn't as big a deal as the marketing led people to believe she'd be.
Yeah. Those geese.
Walter Ramirez, it's time to start drunk painting. Well, you clearly didn't see this week's video. This week's Wednesday video.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did. And he hopes that you paint drunk all the time.
General Sherman 1, can we at least agree that there was little innovation in the new trilogy? I guess it depends on what it means by innovation.
Like technical?
I mean, I think they invent the surround like LED panel walls that you can film with, or was that just Mandalorian that figured that out?
I don't
know.
Yeah, because I mean that's quite an innovation.
Oh my god! Everybody, pause and Star Wars talk. I gotta go piss. I'll be right back. 1 minute.
You can tell that he was just holding that forever. He just wanted to talk about them Star Wars. I think at least once an episode, everyone should trigger Jay into talking about the new sequels. The big nut. Hey Nick, you look nice today. Thank you. Prussian Blue, switch the camera to you. I wish I could. Joey Flores. So Nick, how's your Lord of the Rings marathon going? Oh, perfectly. I'm watching all of the movies. I'm actually watching all the movies at the same time. Like I have a multi-split screen going on right now. It's pretty sick. Flimbo the dude. Nikki! Hi. Hello. Prussian Blue. Jay needs timeouts.
All right.
That was a quick piss. Are you ready to argue some more?
Yeah. I mean, okay, so you know, some thoughts I had while streaming and while piss streaming, not streaming video. I don't think the new Star Wars movies, they gave us a little bit new, the Holdo maneuver, a couple of new spaceships. Granted, they didn't give us as much new as maybe like the prequels did in terms of like planets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think they definitely gave us a lot more in terms of like relationships and characters than we've ever had. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think Kylo Ren is the most interesting character I think we've ever gotten in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been sweet to see like the Yazam Vong Wars. But I feel like the Yuzum Wars only really work in books. Like, isn't it a little bit weird that the aliens and planets only got crazy when Star Wars turned into books? Because it seemed like before books, every alien was either a puppet or a person with a mask. Mm-hmm. But then as soon as we went to books, we had monsters who could fly, who were 9 feet tall. We had, planet-killing weapons every other day. Because when you write it in a book, it's really easy. It's really easy to orchestrate a galactic war in a book.
Through a book, yes.
So, and I would have thought it would have been pretty sweet to see the Yuzum invasion. But it just wasn't going to happen. Mm-hmm. I like what we got. I liked all the characters. I want more. I know we're not going to get more because they're still keeping to this trilogy thing. But I want to see more Poe Dameron and more Rey and more Kylo, and more Rose. Mm-hmm. More. What's the character with butthole eyes? What's her name? The old lady.
Yeah.
Maz Kanata.
Yeah. I mean, how could we forget? Eyes.
That's what her eyes look like.
I know. I mean, you nailed it. And really, isn't that the true meaning of Star Wars? Butthole eyes.
Mm-hmm. Joy Flores. I think the Yuzon Vong could work today with this FX where it is now. I do, but I still think Kyle Katarn would suck. I don't like Kyle Katarn. He sucks. He's just so cool and suave. It's like if Indiana Jones was in Star Wars, but even cooler. USA Libertarian. Great name. And Rose Tico should have been a major character in 9. JJ has no clue. I agree. They did Kelly Marie Tran dirty. That was very rude of them to write her out of Star Wars, but then make her show up for like a cameo. Like, she went from a major character who apparently had some sort of a romantic relationship with Finn to just a background extra.
Yeah.
And that sucks. Joe Draco's, what'd you say about Kyle? I said what I said. Kyle Katarn sucks. Canopy. Is Kyle the prequel equivalent of Rey? I mean, Kyle Katarn can do anything. He's a smuggler. He's a Jedi. He's a badass. He gets the girl. He goes on all the adventures. He gets a cool spaceship. Lucky Bat. Why are people mad at Disney for buying Star Wars and not mad at George for selling Star Wars? Or mad at people who bullied him into wanting to sell it? That is true. People were not kind to George Lucas.
That is kind of a good point right there.
Prussian Blue. All right, my new mission is next stream to repeat my argument until Jay reads it and understands why his opinion is wrong. I mean, I'll be here for 3 hours tomorrow night. Or if you want to join the Patreon, we can continue going tonight.
Exactly. We can continue this episode of Jay is Also Wrong. Sponsored by the Patreon.
Joe Dracos. Am I typing weird stuff? Jay keeps quoting me, but it's not what I type. Oh, I might have attributed something wrong. But I'm doing my best, Joe Dracos. Mm-hmm. Joe Dracos, you were saying that you adore episode 9 and episode 8 in particular, and your favorite character is Rey and Rose Tico?
Yeah.
I think that's what you were saying?
Mm-hmm.
Prussian blue. 3 hours of you being wrong.
Exactly. I mean, that's why we have on the Discord, and Jay is also wrong.
That's true.
That's part of the emojis.
Mm-hmm.
So you can throw that in there whenever you want.
Yep. Joey Flores. Kyle was a smuggler who risked his life to get the Death Star plans originally, lost his father to the Inquisitors, a self-trained Jedi who fought off every temptation to the dark side. Fine, whatever. I think he's lame.
Walter Ramirez, what's the Discord? If you look in the description, there's a link. It's the EOB Discord. And we got a painting challenge up now.
And if you don't know what Discord is, it's kind of like a group text.
Yep. It's kind of like Slack, but for wasting your time.
Yeah. I don't even know what Slack is.
It's kind of like Discord, but for productive people.
Dr. Drokel, I put all my Star Wars in dropper bottles. I don't care what Jay says.
Exactly. Whoa, 77. Slack is definitely a waste of time. It is. It is also a waste of time. We used Microsoft Teams at my job, and it's just literally just people shit talking each other. So, the Discord's much nicer.
Yeah, the Discord's great. Honestly, our meme channel is worth it alone.
Mm-hmm. And now with some challenges,
yeah,
it's gonna be even more fun. The one today with the video and the ad, it's pretty good.
Obscuro, the meme channel was my idea. Well, good for you, Obscuro.
Yeah.
Walter Ramirez, I'm making my wife hurry up on her painting on her army so that we can play against each other. Hurry up! Finish!
If you don't hurry,
paint!
I mean, that's what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's a pretty good threat.
Justin Nicoletti. Hey Jay, I wasn't sure if you caught my question earlier on the Triarch Stalker. No, I didn't. All right, guys, it's 10 o'clock. We're ending the stream.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't watch today's video, go watch it. We also had a great video out on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Power Surge, someone suggested that on the other day, a pet channel in the Discord. Yes, you did, and we'll add it.
Yeah!
And all right, so good nights. We're going to start the Patreon stream, and that's going to be fun. We're back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central.
See some of you later.
Yeah.
Besides that, see the rest of you tomorrow.